Shalom, Kaholo, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shah. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Bashim, Rakak, double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere salutation. Shalom, love, Bakariam, Shaw, Yasharallah to the hopeful elect out there. This is just an example of what's to be expected in the next few weeks with this this cargo ship mess that's going on down there in Long Beach, California, which is one of the biggest ports we have as far as trading go. You have two forms of trading. You have trading by sea and trading by air. And one glitch in that system can bring about hyperinflation. So this is being created by the elites. Ultimately, it's by the Most High. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. This is Isaiah 24, Isaiah 19 coming to pass. You know, the Lord is breaking this man down from the inside. But this is going to lead to higher gas prices, higher food prices, food shortages, gas shortages, oil shortages. You know, this guy handle here is Mr. MBB333. You know, guy that I follow. He's an Earth Watcher. And he goes in debt, about these trade routes. So let's take a look at it.
Through Sunday evening at 6 p.m. as there's been a series of very large low pressure systems that almost have the appearance of a large swirling hurricane. And this is the energy that's left over from the first low pressure that made landfall over here that caused the ship to tilt to its side.
Learn about crypto and get paid as you learn with Coinbase Earn.
Crypto stuff.
And basically what happened, 40 containers would be the equivalency to what you see right here on the front of the ship. That stack of containers is actually like 45 containers. 40 of those containers went off into the water and are currently floating in the water right now as I do this video. If we come over here to marinetraffic.com, you can see all the trade routes via water right here in near real time. It's actually kind of cool. You can see the cargo containers. You can see the oil tankers. The oil tankers are the red ships. The green ships are the cargo containers. And the one that lost its cargo was right here in this area. And you can see here ships currently entering and leaving that port. And there's also a port down here in Long Beach, California. This is the busiest port we have in the United States. And right now there's a lot of ships sitting out here waiting to be unloaded. And what this website does, kind of like Flight Radar, it just monitors the movement of ships in the ocean. Like Flight Radar monitors planes in the sky. These two are, in a sense, trade routes. I've noticed over the last year when air traffic slowed down, these kept going. The trade routes kept going, and most of the planes that I saw in the skies were cargo planes. So in a sense, these are trade routes, very busy trade routes, like you see over here at Marine Traffic. These two are very busy trade routes. Well, when there's a slowdown in these trade routes, like you see down here in the Long Beach area, these green circles represent ships. If I zoom in closer, you'll see that these are indeed ships waiting to unload in the Long Beach area. Some of these ships have been sitting here for quite some time. You can click on any of these green dots and it'll tell you how long the ship's been parked here. It left its destination on September 27th. This particular vessel arrived here October 8th, and it's been anchored right there with all of this cargo. Let's just click on another one, just a random one right here. Here's another cargo ship, very large cargo ship, been sitting here since the 18th. Departed its destination on the 26th. Arrived on the 18th. Let's click on another one. Let's click on this one here. I'm just picking some at random. This one departed its location on the 26th, arrived on the 14th, and it's now the 23rd, and it's still waiting to be unloaded. And the thing about these ships is you can't unload these things in 5 minutes. These things are huge. They carry a lot of cargo, and it takes a long time not only to load these ships, but to unload these ships. This one here departed on September 27th, arrived over here on the 18th of October, and it's still waiting to be unloaded. Here's the thing. These ships, whether they're sitting idly here, anchored, waiting to unload, or they're moving, they have a large crew. It takes a lot of people to manage one of these ships, and they continue to be paid each day that they're sitting here. And they consume resources. The ship consumes resources. So just applying basic common sense, the longer the ship sits here idly waiting to unload, the more resources it's going to consume just to maintain its day-to-day operations, and that's going to increase increase the cost of this overall shipment. And that increase ends up ultimately getting passed on to the consumer, and it shows up on the shelves in the form of higher prices. That's one of the reasons you see inflation. And there's nothing they can do about it. I mean, the port is only so big, and you can only unload one of these very large ships so fast. In fact, there's no fast way to do it. You have to do it slowly and safely. So right now we have a large number of ships waiting off the coast of Long Beach to be unloaded. So if you've been waiting on a shipment of a variety of things, who knows? I mean, there's all kinds of different things sitting out here waiting to be unloaded. But that's one of the main trade routes that we have here in the United States with regard to the ocean. There's trade routes in the sky, and they have been ongoing. I really didn't see a big interruption in the air traffic, at least with regard to cargo. But we're seeing a bottleneck here. That's what they call that, a bottleneck. And cargo is sitting out here waiting, in some cases, a few weeks to be unloaded. So looking at the big picture, you can see how important these trade routes are with regard to keeping supplies and various resources on the move all the time. Resources are moving around the globe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if there's one interruption in the supply chain, it can disrupt the entire supply chain, at least temporarily, until it can be fixed. But until that fix is implemented, it could equate into temporary shortages here and there based off of supply and demand. And if you guys have noticed these changes, leave a comment down in the comment section. This doesn't have anything to do with the shipping issue, but Paul out of New York shared this photo with me of recent steak prices. Again, not related to shipping, but I'm just showing you an example of inflation. $23.99 per pound strip steak, $29.99 ribeye steak. Here's another one that he shared from his local market. Steak, $69.99 a pound. Ribeye steak here, $31.99 a pound. I can remember just a couple of years ago at our local supermarket, ribeye steak being on sale for $7.99 a pound. So this here, in my opinion, based off of my own travels, and like I said, not too long ago, seeing ribeye steak on sale for $7.99 a pound, I think that's an example of hyperinflation. But back to the shipping routes, we have shipping routes by air, by sea, and then also by land. Once these shipments do arrive on land, they are loaded on large trucks and then delivered cross-country to every location across North America. And if there's one small glitch in that supply chain, it can create a domino effect that's experienced by everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out.
All right, so Shalom. So hyperinflation is when things go up. Normally things go up. They print more money. They try to balance it out that way. Hyperinflation when things go up dramatically overnight. Hey, could be going up within seconds. Sort of like your gas prices. So this is what we headed to. The Most High is raining down his sword upon Egypt, this land here. This comes out of the book of Isaiah 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down, and it's breaking down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a cry for wine, which will be the knowledge in these last days. In the streets, all joy is darkened. Oh yeah, we're gonna experience that this holiday season with your Christmas. The mirth of the land is gone, and the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. Call Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Like to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakudash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth. Brothers, let's keep pushing. This is the year of the hastening of our Lord, and we definitely hastening that year. All hell is about to break loose. Call halal Yahweh for that. Yahweh Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah. I'm part of that fold, and sincere Akim out there with your families. We make it up out of here. This thing is going down.